Hey guys, Kim here with Like Tesla. We are on our way to a Rivian event. This is a private event for people who have reserved the cars. This is the parking lot right now, so I wanted to show you this before we even go inside because these are the prospective buyers. Everybody here has put down money on either one of their SUVs or their new pickup trucks. We have a friend who has done just that and he invited us as his guests. Big shout out to AP3. You'll remember we had our Model X and Model 3 wrapped, tinted, ceramic coated, and even chrome deleted all by them. Your Tesla is one of the best ways to express yourself, so personalize your car and check out their services. They have rave reviews from Tesla owners over on Google and Yelp. Schedule a design consultation with AP3, mention this video, and receive a free console PPF wrap. We were invited to the event by our friend Matt, who you might remember from our videos of him becoming one of the first to take delivery of a Model 3 almost 2 years ago.
Well, Kim, I don't think you can fit inside this one.
No, I don't think I'll fit.
Or if you can, I'll be really impressed.
As well as his follow-up of his likes and dislikes of the car. Matt now has reservations for both the Rivian R1T pickup truck as well as the R1S SUV.
It's Elon's fault. He got us all fired up about EVs, and so we're not just excited about Teslas, we're excited about the whole market.
Rivian has chosen to take a path very different from Tesla. They don't seem to want to be thought of as a luxury brand at all, but more of a sporty outdoors brand. Walking into their event reminded me of walking into REI. Everything about the brand shouts an outdoor, rugged way of life.
It's a pickup truck that performs like a sports car, does well off-road, and has a range of a gas vehicle. How cool is that, right?
From kayaks on top of their R1S SUV, all the way down to CEO RJ Scaringe's hiking sneaker combo. With over $1 billion in investor support from the likes of Ford and Amazon, Rivian seems to have its funding secured. The company has been around for over a decade, and honestly to me, it has a very different appeal than Tesla.
But another thing that we learned along the way that was really important was that this gear up process where you put your boots on and you get ready to go was so critical to everything you do. So we designed this, had it seated height specifically for that reason.
So I am sitting here on this seat. It is load bearing. So you can sit on this thing, you can stand on this thing, and there is a big tunnel. Trust me, I asked if I could go inside of it, but I could definitely fit in here. I could put a pillow there, I could take a nap in there. We were told accessories like a mesh netting for the so-called gear tunnel are in the works, allowing for an ideal spot for you or your dog to lounge in while camping. Although it was a packed and loud venue, we were able to get a few moments in with CEO RJ Scaringe.
Hey RJ, I'm Matt. Good to meet you. This is Kim with Like Tesla.
Hi, I host a YouTube channel about Tesla, but I'm also a huge fan of Rivian. I think what you guys have done is amazing. If you wouldn't mind, I would love to tell people who are maybe into Tesla but unfamiliar with Rivian, like why this is such a cool car and what you think are some of the things that why they should take a look at Rivian.
Well, I think we're at a point where variety and different options and different, essentially different ways of making trade-offs in a vehicle is so important. So if you look at Teslas, they're great cars. They really help make electric cars cool. So we love what they've done, but we're trying to do something that's very different in terms of enabling outdoor, active lifestyles. The car can get dirty, it can get wet, it can go off-road. So what you see today is vehicles in that space tend to be very inefficient, whether it's a Jeep or a Land Rover. So what we're doing is really good on-road, really good off-road, and then also, of course, really efficient.
Also, some of the big concerns for a lot of people is the charging network.
Yeah.
How does Rivian address that, and what are you guys planning to do in the future?
We haven't announced, there's been a lot of questions on this. We haven't announced our charging network. We are building some of our own. And when you think about charging, so today there's 164,000 gas stations in the United States. There's under 1,000 Tesla supercharger stations. So we're at the very beginning of a big transition towards a charging infrastructure. So some of the things we're planning are going to help, through some big partnerships, enable a very large charging infrastructure, high speed. direct current.
And I saw that you mentioned that there are going to be places that your customers would go to normally. So are there any partnerships that you guys have already started to form with that you can tell us?
Nothing that we've announced yet.
Nothing that you've announced yet. So there definitely is in the works though.
Yeah.
Definitely in the works.
Yeah.
All right, do you have any questions? So Matt has
No, I'm excited. I've got 2 reservations,
Awesome.
and
Cool.
you're not just coming out with another electric car. Tesla's done that,
Yeah.
but you're coming out with a great electric truck. But I like the innovation that you're coming out with too. So that's inspired me enough to want to like sign up and get on board, kind of.
Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great to meet you.
Yeah, good to meet you
All right,
too.
have a good one.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Over the years, we've talked with a lot of people who don't want a Tesla because of the perceived luxury image of the car. They like the concept of an electric car and don't even mind spending the money, but they don't want the image. Perhaps this is their car.
You right now have a reservation on both cars.
Yeah, I went ahead and signed up for one each because I've been wanting a truck for a while, and so naturally they're kind of sort of first of the game, and it looks like they're really serious about it. I mean, it's not like, oh, it's just an EV truck. It looks like they're kind of doing the crossover between Tesla and Range Rover.
And if you're going to compare, I guess, what everyone's going to be comparing, right? The Model X to the SUV here, what are some of the things that you like that you've seen tonight?
Interesting question. You know, one of the things is when you're actually trying to get people into the very back, it's not sort of rounded and you don't have maybe a little bit of a compromise in headroom. It's just a little different, and style is, some people, like the Model X is awesome, but some people just might not like the style. They might want something a little more in that sort of boxy type thing. You know, look at the G-Wagon. Like that's like the biggest boxy thing in the world. People go crazy about it.
The metrics definitely measure up. Compelling base prices with 3 offerings in battery sizes, a driving range from 230 miles all the way up to over 400 miles on the largest battery. It also has a quad motor design, and towing capacity ranges from nearly 8,000 pounds to over 11,000 pounds or 5,000 kilograms. Of course, it's blazing quick too. It accelerates to 60 miles per hour in around 3 seconds in its quickest variant.
The cars really, they share, there's a lot of commonality between them. It wouldn't make a lot of sense for us to develop this whole platform and then do it differently across the 2 cars, right? So almost everything in here is shared across the cars, obviously with some key differences.
I struggle with the Model X or the 3 of just like pushing it down. I always feel like I'm gonna break it.
Yeah.
So to have an electric hood, I think is a really nice
So
feature.
full electric open and close on this and the SUV, and same with the tailgate and tonneau cover. So and you can do all that from your app.
The tailgate's all electric.
Yeah. You can do all that from your app too. So
And the SUV as well?
yeah.
I am drawn to it from a lifestyle perspective. I can envision camping in the back of the truck on long road trips with our family, using the gear tunnel for sports equipment, and having the boys sit and put on soccer cleats outside the car.
And I think competition is always good for anybody, and especially good for Tesla. And I think this right now is probably the biggest competition. We haven't seen what Tesla's going to bring with their pickup truck, so that's going to be really exciting. But I have a feeling it's going to be something completely different than what we've seen before, where to me, the Rivian right now resembles a lot of what I've seen with like Range Rover, that kind of more boxy look, which I actually really like, and I think that's a really cool, rugged sort of look. But it will be interesting to see how this world and industry really changes, and how the innovation that everybody's bringing, and the next few years will be a fun time.
Absolutely, definitely pins and needles to see that what Tesla comes out. I'm hoping for a bunch of interesting things, cab forward and other kind of things that you don't necessarily see. But I'm excited to see the competition, and steel sharpens steel. So it's like it'll be kind of interesting to see. These guys seem like they're really, really serious, and I like that, and give Tesla a little bit of a run for its money. I don't believe in these Tesla killers thing. I think it was the silliest thing in the world. There's so much room in the market. But I like to see some choices, and I'm going to be excited about that.
So are you worried at all about the supercharging network? If you want to do a road trip with one of these cars and where you would charge, is that something that concerns you?
Yeah, one of the things that I like a lot, it definitely concerns me. I don't know if they're going to do their own. I don't know if they're going to work with Electrify America, or who knows what they're going to do. That's definitely a huge advantage. And one of the things I do like is that they sort of hit the 400 mark. And at 400 mark, you can kind of, like in my area, you can get to a lot of areas that you're going to be doing road trips to. And so that's sort of a big thing, is they're actually pushing that envelope. And I know Tesla can do it. I look forward to them doing it. Kind of been an early adopter of the Model S and the Model 3, and as you know, and all that kind of stuff. So it hasn't really held me back. Ultimately, you do just charge in your garage 95% of the time, so it's not a huge issue. And then the nature of electric cars are not that service oriented to begin with. So, you know, I have those concerns. I'd probably be willing to risk it.
Yeah. Does it put you at ease knowing that they have lined up with like Ford and Amazon, and that they are aligning themselves completely kind of different than Tesla, taking a different approach? Do you think that's something that puts you at ease?
Yeah, actually, that's a great question, because I like the strategic partnerships. I don't know what will evolve from them.
We'll know when your car might need service before you do. And so we'll set up a schedule for you. We'll tell you, hey, you might want to bring it in. And so you drive it in, we get it done for you real quickly, the parts are there, and you're back on your way. Now the great thing about electric cars is generally you're not dealing with service. They're pretty service free. So you shouldn't be dealing with that. But obviously if you do, that's kind of the solution.
Okay.
Well, you know, too, again, with their little, $700 million investment from Ford, they might have access to a Ford dealer network. I mean, who knows? I'm not putting any words in anybody's mouth, but nonetheless,
one of the Easter eggs is the lights. Are there other Easter eggs inside the car?
There are tons of them. We are not showing them today, but you will start seeing them as we roll it out. So I'm a software engineer, and so we're always planning these things for you guys. There'll be a lot of fun things that you'll discover every now and then.
Will it be similar to Tesla in terms of like games and things like that, or will it be like other surprises in the car, kind of like the lights and things like that?
Yeah, so I can't comment on it, but we will be talking about it soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any teaser, anything you can give us?
I can give you the charge light that you've seen. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Personally, I do really like these cars, so you know, I can't wait to see your car when you get it.
yeah.
I don't know what the future is for us personally, but I love having friends that get new EVs. I love getting to check them all out. And for me, our channel is called Like Tesla, but it's not just about Tesla. We started it because Tesla at the time was one of the main EVs out there, and we were really excited about it. But I think it's all about innovation. So it's about, you know, new electric cars and what they're doing and competing with each other and just making it better and better.
I agree. It's Elon's fault. He got us all fired up about EVs, and so we're not just excited about Teslas. We're excited about the whole market.
Yes.
Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this video, and feel free to check out some of the over 200 EV and Tesla inspired videos on our channel. And thanks as always for continuing to support us by shopping on our website, LikeTeslaKim.com. Check out some of the fun designs, Elon quotes, and more for men, women, and kids. Next time on Like Tesla.
Alright, he just opened up the front trunk on the Taycan, so I wonder if I can we look inside? This is actually a Leaf underneath this and the body of a Mercedes.
They should do like a national front day.
There really should be.
I mean, we all decorate them and everything. Did you see the Porsche?
Of course I saw the Porsche.
I seen it. I was
what do you
like,
think?